All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to my trade recap of the trade I took today. So, essentially, what I saw today was pretty not standard. Not standard in um, terms of it aligning with my strategy, but it worked. So, not complaining. But essentially, what I saw, right? What I saw. So, going into market opening, we had already swept all of this hourly lows here from the London session. And obviously, we don't really consider pre-market sweeps unless like this one, it just wicks it out and instantly reacts from it, which this actually did, right? Which I was like, "Oh shit, that's really cool." But I wasn't even considering that as a valid sweep before we got extra confirmation, right? And where did that confirmation come from? Pretty simple. That confirmation came from this BPR here. So I was looking at this BPR as a crucial point, right? If we broke past this BPR or if we disrespected this BPR, then I wouldn't be looking for longs anymore, right? But if we respected it, we would be looking for longs. And in this scenario, we actually respected the BPR here with the on the 15-minute BPR, and we respected it essentially, and we reacted off it. And when we look at ES, it essentially did the same thing as well. So what does that tell me? It tells me that all right, we had a pre-market sweep that swept all of this, and we instantly reacted. But in tandem with the 15-minute BPR, we can consider that hourly sweep of the pre-market lows as a valid sweep. Now we're cooking, right? Now we're cooking. So what do we do after that? Oh shit, pressed the wrong button. What do we do after that? So what do we do after that? Now, why did I pick NQ over ES? Well, pretty simple. We had this 5-minute SMT here with ES, and yeah, so ES was essentially the lagging indicator for the day. And also NQ was a lagging indicator of the day, and I also just prefer to trade NQ because it's usually quicker. There's more volume in it than ES, and ES was, again, look at it. It was kind of, I wouldn't say slow, but in comparison to NQ, wasn't as quick, right? But after that, right, that after we found that sweep, that 15-minute BPR level being respected, and the 5-minute S&T, now we gotta obviously look for those entries into the market right now. Obviously, what are we looking for? We're looking for a breaker structure, which came here, right? We had a breaker structure here, but what do we do instantly after that? We ripped up all the way. We shot up so fast within, let's say, a span of less than 10 minutes, right? And there was no retracements because I'm not just taking a trade. Even though we had good confluences behind it, with the 15-minute BPR being respected, the 5-minute SMT, and the hourly low being not hourly low being respected, hourly low being swept, right? We still need to wait for a retracement tool just in case, right? Because that's my strategy. That's a strategy that you need to stick to, and that's why you need to stay disciplined to your strategy, right? So essentially, what I saw here was a 1-minute break, but we saw nothing here. We literally did not see any retracements until we reached this level here. Now, let me talk about price action for today. If you look at this, right, as you can obviously tell, especially on lower time frames, price action was shit. Like, it was like in a range between, like, I would say, like, what the fuck's my thing so fucking slow? But it was in a range between these lows and these highs here, right? And taking a trade on the highs here is a gamble. I would say it's a gamble, but I thought this trade was too enticing not to take, especially with all of these low resistant lows here, low here, here, and here, which ultimately was our TP1, right? It was just too enticing to not take a trade. So I did take a trade, and I took a trade based on this 1 minute fair value gap being respected here, and I entered on this candle right here. Now let's talk about my TPs. So obviously, if we look at if we look at Friday, right, we dropped a lot. It was over 2%. I remember taking a trade on Friday, and market just took a fat shit, right? So obviously, what does market want to do? It wants to obviously rebalance those liquidity levels, right? Those imbalances in the market where people can actually fill, sorry, not people, commercial banks can fill orders in, right? Or retail traders can fill orders in, right? So obviously, with that being said, the way to go was probably longs for today, right? Especially after this. Now, my TPs were set at the low resistant lows that I mentioned before, like these ones. Now, I was only going to hold a 1 TP, but you know me, I can't really do that. Especially if we continue up, right? Like obviously, like yes, I exited here, I could have held longer, right? But the reason why I continued the trade and not sold all of my positions here is we literally broke past it and we just kept moving up. Like why the fuck would you sell, right? And obviously I would have loved to target these hourly highs here for my second TP, but like let's be real, right? Let's be real. How much can market actually move within a session? Like 1.62%. Like yes, it's very possible that that could happen, right? But is it likely, and is it going to happen within the next 2 or 3 hours? I don't know. It probably might. Not probably. It might. It might. It definitely might. But I was very happy with just taking my TP1 here and just extending profits here as soon as as soon as we saw this. Now, the reason why I exited at this level at TP2, so I was actually targeting the equilibrium of this 4-hour fair value gap, which was up here, right? But I was like, we're already on top of our TP1 that we were supposed to take all our positions out in, right? And I don't really want to wait that long, like especially like if I continued, right, I would have just been stuck in like this fucking range again, and I was not doing that. I was not doing that. So as soon as we showed any bearish confluence, I just fully exited out of the trade, and I was happy with doing that. Now, in terms of profit that we made today, so I did risk my normal position since it was a no news Monday, and also since there wasn't really too much high impact news and nothing really going on in the market. I was fairly confident in taking a full 1% trade. So in total, let me pull it up. I made just above 350 USD. Which is pretty good. It's definitely pretty good, but obviously we still have a long way to go again, as I mentioned in the last video. But with that being said, that was the trade for today. I hope you guys learned something, and yep, I hope you guys tune into my next videos, and I'll see you later. Bye.